Hey you guys, welcome back to Allee-Ways, or if it's your first time here, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you haven't already, please join the Allee-Ways family. Subscribe to my channel, give this video a big thumbs up, and turn on post notifications, not only so you know when I have new content, but also so we can shout you out. We have a subscriber shout out at the end of every episode. We have 2 subscribers we're shouting out at the end of today's video, so make sure you stay tuned till the end in case that's you. We also do have an Allee-Ways family Facebook page. The link to join is in the description box. Stop on by. It's just, this community is so incredible, so positive, so loving. We love you guys so much, and we just want a place for us to hang out outside YouTube.
And talk about more fun Disney stuff.
Yes, which we're gonna do today. We have already ranked our top 5 Magic Kingdom Walt Disney World attractions, and today,
Top 5 Disneyland Magic Kingdom attractions.
I'm really excited because I think our lists are gonna be really different.
Well, and it's so hard because Disneyland is just amazing, and there's so many wonderful fun rides.
Yeah, well, I'm eager to see what your list is.
I know.
Let's get going.
Okay.
All right. Starting with number 5 and working up to number 1. What's your number 5?
Snow White Scary Adventures.
Mine too.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
crazy. Okay.
Because you can't get it anywhere else now.
Yeah, you can't. That's the only place.
Yeah, and in our last video, you mentioned a fact that's really cool, and it's talking about original attractions.
Yes, yeah.
And you spoke on that really well.
And it is an original attraction. And that is actually one thing too that is, I like about Disneyland is that I guess, I don't mean to sound corny, but you feel kind of close to Walt when you go to Disneyland. And I like that, you know, Snow White, of course, is the first full-length animated feature, and
it's where it all started.
Yeah, exactly. And so I love that there is a ride to honor that there, and it's just a fun, scary ride.
It is. And it scared me so much as a kid because I have a big fear about that witch. She was terrifying as little. I had nightmares about her when I was little, and that ride was like played right into that.
But you know, what's funny is that they've toned it down over the years.
Yes, over the years.
Which
we
is
watched
really funny.
This really cool video that you showed me about the history of the ride.
Yeah, it's really just, it's fun and interesting, and I love it.
I do too.
And I feel, when I go on that one, I feel like I'm being transported back to the beginning of Disneyland, like the first days of Disneyland. It makes me.
It's very special.
It is. It just like takes me back, and it's a nice, just fun thing to do. I know fun is kind of maybe a weird way to describe
but
that.
But
it is.
It is really fun. You get to feel like you got to be part of the original magic.
I do. I do feel like that.
It's different when you go on a ride that you know Walt had a hand in.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, it's like, Walt Disney went on this ride.
Yeah, he went on this ride.
And he, like, developed it, and this was one of the first things that the Imagineers worked on and developed, and I love that about it.
I do too. Okay, my number 4 is Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Oh my gosh, that's my number!
Is it your number 4?
Yes, I can't believe that. I thought for sure we were going to have different ones.
I did too. Okay. It's amazing.
It is.
We love that movie.
We love the movie, and okay, one of my early memories is from going to, this was in Magic Kingdom, going to Disney World and riding Mr. Toad's Wild Ride with my grandparents, because we went to Disney with my grandparents, and it was just such a wonderful memory. And I remember just being on that ride with my grandmother and laughing, just laughing hysterically the whole time, because when you're little, I felt like we were on just something totally crazy and wild.
And like you're doing it.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm crazy driving! Woo!
Yes.
Yeah, and I just had a blast, and so, of course, now the only place you can ride it is in Disneyland.
Which is a bummer.
I know, it's too bad, but
thank goodness it's still there.
I know, I'm just so glad it's still there. I love the exterior of the building. I love Toad Hall. Yeah. They did such an awesome job with it, and I love being on that ride, and just, like I said, even though it was Disney World, I just have such wonderful memories of it. Yeah. And I love the wild ride. I love, like, you're just careening through the countryside, like, gonna knock into a bunch of stuff at this bar, gonna knock into a bunch of sheep.
It's like the spirit of it's very fun.
It is. It's fun loving.
Yeah, and to me, it kind of has an original piece of the magic too. It's something really different that doesn't get a lot of recognition, but feels very like Disney sacred, if you will. And our parents love that ride. I unfortunately can't remember going with both of our grandparents, but I do remember it's one of our mom's favorite rides, and like her always wanting to do that, and so I love it it for that reason too.
Yes.
Okay, I'm okay. What's your number 3? Alice.
No, but that was when I was trying to decide whether or not I should put on my list.
Okay.
I love that ride.
I love that ride. Alice is my number 3.
It's so cool.
Yeah, you can only get it there, and it's just gorgeous. I love that movie. I love the Alice in Wonderland film. Again, like we were talking about in the Walt Disney World, it's one of those rides where you're like, what color caterpillar am I going to get?
Yes.
And like,
it was a big deal.
It was a big deal. And I always wanted like the purple caterpillar.
It is beautiful.
Yes. Yeah. And then the part where you get to go outside.
I think the fact that you get to go into the castle, you're like, it goes into the castle?
It feels very magical.
It is so magical.
Yeah.
I remember when we went out there and I saw that for the first time, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they have this.
Yeah.
And it goes into the castle, and I love that it has the part, like you said, where it loops into the castle and then it loops back outside.
That makes it extra magical.
It does.
It's very innovative, and you feel high up, and the view is beautiful.
I really wish they would do that in more of the parks.
I do too.
Like, because the only one I can think of, I know they had one,
goes inside outside.
well, I was thinking like that goes actually into the castle.
Oh yeah, yeah,
and I wish they had more rides that did that, because is just magical. It's so cool.
It is.
It seems like you should be able to interact with the castle a little bit more than you can.
Yeah,
when you get down to it.
It's very untouchable.
Yeah, it is. Like, you can walk through it, but you can't really
do anything else in
it. Get up in there and be part of it. And I do
Yeah.
like that Alice in Wonderland lets you do that.
Yeah, that's really special. What is your number 3?
My number 3 is Space Mountain.
Oh, I can't believe I didn't pick that now.
Well,
spoiler alert.
The Disneyland version is different from the Disney World version, and I like the Disneyland better because you get to sit side by side instead of front to back, and it's just fun. Like, when George and I have been, it's just fun to have your buddy right there with you.
Yes.
And the sound system is a little bit better at the one in Disneyland, and the seats are a little bit more comfortable because it is newer, even though
it's older.
Yeah, even though the park is older, Space Mountain there is newer because they built it actually after the one in Disney World. Because it was so popular in Disney World. But I think that ride is just so much fun. When I was little, I was super scared of it because I was like, oh my gosh, you can't see where you're going, and I don't know how big it is in there, and there's going to be drops, and it's going to be fast. And you do. When you are a kid, and even sometimes now, you feel like you are just flying in there, even though you're only going like 20 miles an hour.
And it's a big kid ride.
Totally a big kid ride.
It is, and it was like scary. Yeah, the not knowing was scary, and then
but it's like scary in the best way possible. Where you're like, what's gonna happen? I don't know, but it's gonna be awesome.
It's that thrill that makes it so much fun.
It is.
That's a really good pick.
Yeah. So I love both Space Mountains, but I do love the Disneyland version even better.
Yeah, that's such a good pick. Okay, now we're on to my number 2, and I really, really had a hard time because, just to be honest with you, I was between picking Haunted Mansion or Pirates. And both of those really would occupy my number 2 spot, the Disneyland version. But I went officially with Pirates because I like the drops.
Ugh.
And again,
that's my number 2 also, actually.
Yes. Okay. Yes. And
it's awesome.
It is awesome.
I am disappointed that as much as I love the one in the Magic Kingdom, I wish that they had mirrored it exactly for the one in Disneyland.
I agree.
Because that one is amazing.
It's so good.
Okay, the things that I love about it. One, just from the get-go, the bayou scene.
The bayou scene is something else.
It is so cool.
Yeah.
And I love that there's that restaurant in there.
And the smell of that restaurant.
I've never gotten to eat in there before, but next time I'm going to do it.
We're doing it.
Yes.
The smell is always amazing.
Oh, it smells so good.
And that banjo music.
I know that.
Yes.
Because they play it just slow enough where it's a little
spooky,
ominous, maybe.
Yeah.
And I love too that one has that whole pirate cave, the pirate cave scenes at the beginning.
Yes.
And I do like that it has 2 drops.
Yes, a bit. That's the big reason why I chose it. Is because
it's longer. I like the cave scene, and the 2 drops are where it's at.
Yes, that is where it's at, and that's why I totally agree with you. I wish it had been exactly mirrored.
Yes.
And again, all the same reasons we said in the last video. It's just a great original attraction.
Yes.
Great music, amazing.
Just ingenuitive.
Yeah, ingenuitive, exactly. And it's another ride that has been like subtly updated in a way that doesn't kind of disrupt the original feel.
Yes.
I think so. I know some people disagree. They don't want any of the movie involved at all, but I really like it, and I love the song.
It's just a great ride.
It is. And now I've got really special memories too, like listening to the song on board the cruise.
Oh my goodness, yes.
And it's just kind of a special tie. And again, with what we were talking about, like Walt touched it, you know?
Yeah.
That's one of the things, you know, he originally intended. For some reason, that's just extra special.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, number 1. Indiana Jones! Yes! Yes. Okay, I was like, if that's not your number 1, I'm gonna be shocked.
Yes.
Yes.
That
Amazing.
is the most awesome ride ever.
It is.
It is just a thrilling adventure.
Yeah, and we love the movies.
Love the movies.
It feels like you're moving through the movie.
That ride is so immersive.
It is.
That's what I think it is about that ride that makes me love it so much. It is from the moment you step into that queue. You know, they've got all the exotic jungle around you. There's like the bamboo you're winding through, and then when you get into what it feels like an archaeological site, and you're winding through that temple. It is so immersive. It really genuinely feels like
you're on a dig.
You are on a dig. Yeah, it's amazing. I feel like an archaeologist on an adventure.
Yes.
I feel like somebody who just dropped me down right in the middle of that movie.
I do too. And then
love
the
it.
ride is amazing.
Exciting.
Okay, I can still smell the smells of the ride.
Oh, yes.
And like, I love how many people can fit in the ride because it really keeps it moving.
Yes,
and the different
which is
tracks.
Nice.
And
yeah, it is so, it's so well done.
It is so well done.
And I think actually that's one thing too about Disney that's different from other theme parks is they do engage so many of your senses.
Yes.
Like you said, with incorporating smell, because kind of going back to Pirates, there's actually that smell in Pirates of the Caribbean, and it's the things like that, and the fire too that they have in Pirates of the Caribbean, where they actually have that scent. that
which I think of with Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
A lot of the fire scent and like the smell of the Jeep or something. I don't know what it is.
It's just so well done. It's so fun.
Incredible
and I love
animatronics.
Oh, amazing. And I love too the big surprise at the end. We won't spoil it if you haven't been. But I remember the first time that I rode that, I was like,
what is gonna happen?
What are we gonna do?
Yes.
What's about to happen here?
I'm like, I didn't know I was gonna die today.
Yeah, I was like, there's nowhere to go.
Yes.
So I love it.
Yes, we are on the same page.
It is a romp and a half.
It
is like, you can't help but smile when you're on it.
Yeah.
I love how like the thrilling, the hard cuts and the fast twists and turns.
Yes. And going across the bridge.
Oh. Because you feel like the ridges.
Yes.
Yeah, it actually feels like you're going across a bridge because it's got like the bumpiness to it, just like it would be if you went across like a wooden bridge like that.
It just feels like high adventure.
It does. It feels like you're really doing something.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I feel like I'm really doing something when I go on that ride.
You feel part of something.
I do.
I
big
definitely
time.
do. Okay.
Me and Indy just out there like fighting snakes and escaping from like
saving artifacts and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna end up in the museum for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel the same way. And then also, we have always loved that ride. And before Meredith was big enough to go on the ride, she would have to wait outside with our mom.
Yes, they would go over by it. They would sometimes like wait in line to go on Jungle Cruise together, or so that ride is right by Jungle Cruise over in Disneyland, and they had a little
animatronic kind of,
or just like a statue
of a tiger. And she used to love to go over there, and she was like, I'm gonna go feed that tiger strawberry biscuits.
Yeah, strawberry biscuits.
We don't know where that came from. We've never had strawberry biscuits.
Nope. We have biscuits.
We have biscuits, and she loved strawberry Mentos.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, that's what Meredith did.
Yeah, she would go over and she'd be holding her little hand up and looking at it.
And saying, I'm feeding it strawberry biscuits.
Feeding it strawberry biscuits.
So if you see that tiger, throw him a strawberry biscuit.
We heard he loves strawberry biscuits.
Yes. Okay, this is so much fun.
Yes! And now I'm like, gotta go on that ride.
I know! I'm dying to get out there. Oh, okay. Now we're gonna shout out some subscribers. We want to give a special shout out to my friend Michael Lynch. Vito, we have been friends really since middle school. We were in marching band together, and you're just amazing. You've always been such a good friend to me. You've always been so sweet to me, even when it wasn't cool to be nice to the girl in drumline and band. You were always really sweet, and you still are. I love you. I love your whole family. Thank you for continuing to follow and support me. Vito, you will always have a special place in my heart. I love you. I love you all so much. And we have another special shout out.
Rodney Medeiros.
Rodney, you recently requested a shout out. I love your avatar photo on YouTube. I can see you have a picture of Captain Mickey. You're a fellow Disney lover, and we're so grateful that you're here and part of the Allee-Ways family. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for watching this video. It's always so much fun for us to get together and talk about our love of Disney, and we're really happy we can share it with all of you. And we love doing this. So if you have any more ideas for us to do together, let us know.
Yeah. We love talking about all things Disney, so you guys just let us know what you want to hear about.
Yeah, and we'll do that next time right here on Allee-Ways. Bye!